edge is a great edge for the bottom of a skirt or a sleeve, or even if you're somebody that still wears slips. To set up, the first thing that we're going to do is we're actually going to select stitch number G. So we're going to use our stitch selector to move the dial until we have the G setting. Then we're going to make sure that our stitch length is at 2 and that we've adjusted our stitch width between 4 and 5. The last step that we need to take before stitching is adjusting our needle tension. We're going to take that between a 6 or a 6 to 8, and I'm actually going to place it on 7. Now, how the shell tuck edge works, and the best way to do this is on a piece of fabric that's folded on the bias. So this is my edge right here, and I'm on the bias. You can see that stretch. So what's going to happen with the stitch as it forms the peak is going to come up over the edge and come back, in a sense, then pulling the fabric back. Now, it's going to take a couple of times, or maybe 1 or 2 times, to get the exact positioning of your fabric in relationship to the stitch. If that happens, that's okay, because I oftentimes have to set my adjustment up so I know where the edge of my fabric needs to be, so that that needle can carry that stitch and that thread over that edge. So we're going to stitch to the end of our fabric, and then we're going to take a look at our beautiful shell tuck edge. So I'm at the end of my fabric. I'm going to release my needle out of the fabric, use that handy dandy thread cutter, and then I'm going to look at my edge. And you can see here that I'm starting to get that tuck over here. I didn't let that needle go to the edge of the fabric so it couldn't pull that fabric back. But right here I've got a great start. I might have gone over just a little bit too much. So let's just try another piece and see if we can't perfect our shell tuck edge. So as you can see here, that peak I was talking about has gone over the edge and pulls that fabric back ever so slightly. So what I end up is I almost end up with a ripple in between, or a lump in between each of my stitches. Now the lighter you go on your fabric, the more tucking that you're going to have, but this is a great edge finish, as I said, for possibly the bottom of a skirt or a child's garment or on a sleeve. Again, also if you're somebody that likes to wear slips, it's also a great hem finish for that. So that's how easy it is to create the shell tuck edge on the Baby Lock Zeal.